Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? Hope you're all doing really well and have a really great day. Welcome to the 19 GPU mining rig. I am going to attempt it today in this video. We're gonna see if we can get 19. Well, actually, this MSI B360-F motherboard only has 18 PCIe slots. So for those that have been with me, I would say for the past 2 years, this is not the first time that I have attempted a 19 GPU mining rig. So let me explain what has transpired before. I received this 19 GPU mining frame from a subscriber named Igor Schmidt. Igor Schmidt, if you're watching this, man, thank you so much. I love this frame. This is probably going to be my last time I attempt a 19 GPU mining rig. But anyways, we utilized an Asus Mining Expert board, and then coupled with that, we had 8 P104s, and then we had another 11 RX 580 4GB cards, and we were utilizing Windows. We had to use Windows because HiveOS would only go up to about 16 GPUs. So we're gonna also try that out in this video, see if we can get more than 16 GPUs to show up in HiveOS. If that doesn't work, then I will have to go through the grueling task of installing Windows on my SSD there. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I get to go through all that again just to see if we can get 19 or 18 GPUs to work on this B360-F motherboard, okay? So you guys are probably wondering what other GPUs I'm gonna be placing onto that, and I'm gonna be using RTX 3060s. So I have 8 here, and so we're gonna see if we can put those 8 or another 6 actually, because we already have 12 6600 XTs on here. You guys may have just saw that video. It was able to work on this B360-F motherboard, and I wasn't able to get it work on the Mystic Mining server case and also an Octominer. The 12 6600s, they definitely needed to have some sort of BIOS update. Stay tuned. I'm gonna be moving these 6600 XTs on to the Octominer case because there's a BIOS update for this thing, and thank you to Chili Mining who told me about it. And apparently the engineers at Octominer have they have a BIOS update for the motherboard for the 6600 XT issue. Okay, so I'm gonna do another video and then we're gonna see if that works on here. Anyways guys, that's gonna be after I do this rig, okay? Alright, so first things first, this rig is working just fine right now in HiveOS. So I got 12 GPUs on here, thankfully. So now I just need to put the 6 3060s on here and just populate all the PCIe slots, and we'll just see if we can get more than 16 GPUs to show up in HiveOS. Let me get a 1200 watt server power supply with a breakout board, all the cables, and also 6 3060s. I'm gonna put them at the top row here, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, there we go. You guys can see the 1200 watt HP server platinum power supply with a parallel miner X11 breakout board. There are all the cables. And okay, so I had an issue. It wasn't easy putting in these top GPUs because the risers that I'm using, which are totally fine, it's the USB cables that go into the motherboard all the way down to here were not long enough. So thankfully these 5 I was able to pretty much just go through the GPUs. I don't know if you guys can see some cables going through. They were just long enough to go into the PCIe slots on the motherboard. And then there was one GPU, one riser that I had to exchange for a longer USB cable, which was up here, that it was just like I needed like that much more length in order to get into the PCIe slot, the very far left PCIe slot on this last GPU here. So thankfully I went into my box of old risers and I found a longer USB cable, so hopefully that should work. Okay guys, moment of truth. Let's turn this whole thing on. Okay, so this 1200 watt power is on these 6 3060s. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's just verify. We can see the LEDs on the gprisers.com risers. and that's good. Okay, the next power supply I have to turn on is the 750 watt for 4 6600 XTs. So it's down here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, looks like those 4 turned on. Now we gotta turn on the main 2000 watt power supply that powers on the MSI B360-F motherboard. Turn on the power supply, and then we gotta hit the power button. All right, please no smoke. Let's hope this works. I triple, quadruple checked all the cables, made sure everything was plugged in. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. Okay, motherboard turned on. It says we're using about 430 watts at the moment, just idle. Okay, yes, B360F showed, oh my god, it's all green. Oh my god, that's a good sign. But will it go? Oh, it looks like, we got an error. PCIe out of resource conditions. Error, insufficient PCIe resources detected. System is running with insufficient PCIe resources. In order to display this message, some PCIe devices were set to disabled state. It is strongly recommended to power off the system and remove some PCIe Express cards from the system. To continue booting, proceed to save and exit menu option. Select boot device or disregard changes and exit. Warning, if you choose to continue booting, some operating systems might not be able to complete the boot correctly. Oh my god, that's the first time I've ever seen an error like this. I guess, I mean, I don't have anything crazy, it's just the, oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because I'm using maybe a HDMI monitor, if that's taking up a PCIe lane. You know what? Let me try that. I'm gonna take out the monitor and reboot it, guys. Give me 1 sec, hold on. All right, took out the monitor. All right, let's turn it back on. Let's see what happens. Okay, obviously I won't be able to see what's going on in the monitor, so my only hope is to see if it actually boots into HiveOS. And let's just see if all the lights turn on the motherboard. If it actually boots or not. Okay, yeah. Looks like all the lights turned on. That's a good sign. So we'll see if it actually goes into HiveOS now. And yeah, so let's go over there. Okay, I'm at the computer. I really don't think it's gonna work. So this is what I initially had before, 12 6600s, and they were working just fine, as you guys can see by the hash rate here for the past day. And okay, so let me hit F5 on the keyboard. And will anything come up here? Nope. It doesn't look like it booted at all. Definitely, I think we're having that PCI error. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn it off and I'm gonna take out some GPUs, and then we're gonna go back into the BIOS and maybe disable like HD audio, just, you know, disable the serial port, printer port, whatever, just anything that could potentially take on any more PCIe lanes or something, and just see how that goes. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn everything off. And before I go into the BIOS and turn that off, there we go. Okay, it's all off. So let me unplug some of these. I'm just gonna like maybe take out like 2 of them. Let's just, yeah, just take out 2. And then I'm gonna plug in the HDMI and the keyboard and just see what happens. So, you know, theoretically, I don't think I need to turn on the other GPUs. I just need to turn on this one. So that should be fine. Let's try that. Let's turn it on. Okay, so 8 GPUs will come on initially. I didn't turn on the other ones. And will anything come on the screen? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go in the BIOS and I'm gonna check some settings, guys. Be right back. Okay, so I enabled the mining mode and 4G decoding and all that stuff, disabled HD audio. I want to see if this boots now, because the mining mode was actually disabled after that PCI error came up, alright? So yeah, let's turn on everything again and see if we can see it in HiveOS, as we weren't seeing it before after I did the BIOS changes. Okay, so I'm going to give it a minute and then we'll go check the web GUI. Nope, does not work, and it's not booting. So, I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think we are unsuccessful at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna turn it off, and guys, give me a bit. I'm just gonna troubleshoot and see what's going on, and I'll get back to you guys, all right? Be right back. Okay, so I've taken out just two GPUs. I don't know which ones these are. And yeah, I'm just gonna see if it boots up into Hive OS. And it shows only 12 GPUs. Well, AMD that is. I wonder if the NVIDIA ones will come up here in a second. But theoretically then we should have, I think, 16 GPUs. 16 should show up in Hive OS. So I'm just gonna let this install the driver. And we're gonna do this real time. We're just gonna see if anything comes up here after the AMD driver install, load, and let me just see, everything is on, right? Yeah, everything is on. And I don't see any NVIDIA cards showing up on here. Okay, so yeah, none of these GPUs, none of the 3060s are showing up. That's extremely weird. I don't know why. Huh. Maybe it's because I'm using the LHR 3060s. I don't know if the microcode in the BIOS for the B360-F Pro even works for the RTX cards. I mean, it should. It should theoretically work. Huh. Very weird. Very, very weird. Okay, guys, let me troubleshoot some more. Alright, we're gonna try another thing. So I only have the 6 3060s plugged in right now. Alright, so we're just gonna see if that boots alone. So I'm gonna turn this on. Okay, and then we're gonna turn on this. So, oh man, I've just been trying so many different iterations, swapping the PCIe, the adapters and all that stuff. So okay, so the 3060s are plugged into the first 6 slots. I want to see if that works and boots into Hive OS, because with the 6600 XTs, I could not get it to register anything. Like, it just wouldn't show, and I was still getting that PCI resources error in the BIOS that was coming up every time I was booting with multiple of these GPUs. Okay, and yeah, look at that. It shows up. NVIDIA drivers 6 GPU. So that's all well and good. Now, I want to try adding the 6600s. I guess that's one thing maybe. I need to have the NVIDIA cards on this side, and then maybe the AMD cards on this side. But on the MSI B360-F website, it doesn't specify like mining specific cards are needed or anything like that. So maybe I do need mining specific cards, then that would suck. Okay, but look at this. You can see 6 3060s, that shows up just great. That's just great. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it off, and I'm gonna add 6600 XTs and see how that goes, see how that reacts. All right, guys, be right back. Okay, 6 of them plugged in. Let's go ahead and turn it on. So 3060s are on, and the 6 that I plugged in were on this side, these 6 here. So that's attached to this power supply, so I don't need to turn on the other HP here. Okay, let's see if Hive OS will register 6 3060s and 6 6600s. And let's just see what's going on here. Alright, okay, looks like we're missing one, but I think we've seen that before and it still worked. So let's just see what happens here. Real time, it's booting. Let's see if we can show 6 and 6. Oh man, this rig, this 19 GPU mining frame is the bane of my existence. I always have issues trying to build something like this, and yeah, anyways. Okay, yes, that showed 6 NVIDIA and 6 AMD. So that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. Let's just see if it actually boots into Hive OS first. Okay, it's going, and yeah, look at that. Okay, the 3060s are like split into 2, but there's 6 there and 6 6600 XTs. So that is a great sign, guys. That's working good. Okay, well, process of elimination, that works good with 12 so far, and now we're gonna add the other 6 6600 guys. Let's just see if that works. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, I didn't want to get too ahead of myself, and I actually just only added one more GPU. So we have 13 now, 7 6600s and 6 3060s, and I get this exact same error. You guys have seen this before. So I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm really confused as to why I can't get more than, I guess, 13. And maybe it's a combination of GPUs that I'm using, 6600s, maybe the 3060s are taking more PCIe lanes or something like that. You know what? I'm not discouraged. I want to try something else here. Instead of the 3060s, I have a few 1660 Ti's, and I have a Super over here. So I have 4 3060 Ti's EVGA, I have another EVGA 3060 Super, and then I have an RTX 3080. Okay, so we're gonna see if these 6 will work instead of the 3060s. So we're gonna swap them out, and we'll see how it goes. Be right back. All right, 3080's in. This is a non-LHR. I got 4 EVGA 1660 Ti's and 1 EVGA 1660 Super. Now, some of you guys may be asking, Red Panda, why don't you just put another 1660 Ti or Super instead of the RTX 3080? And that is because I literally just gave away a 1660 Super to another crypto mining YouTuber named Jay Travaglini. You guys should go subscribe to him. I'll have a link down below. Anyways, guys, let's get going. I want to turn this on now with just 12. Okay, so just so we can confirm that we can see the 6 of the GPUs up top here and 6 6600 XTs. Okay, so yeah, I unplugged the 13th one here, so we'll see how it reacts. Let's go ahead, let's turn on the top 6. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. All right, there's no smoke. That's good. All right, let's turn on the bottom here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that should be good. Now we'll see if HiveOS shows 6 and 6. Okay, there we go. Looks like that worked just fine. You guys can see 3080, 6060 Ti, and 1 1660 Super, and the 6 6600 XTs. All right, confirmed. That works with the 12. I'm gonna turn everything off now. We're gonna turn off this. Okay, now I want to add just 1. All right, so the issue that we had before, and we're gonna see if we run out of PCIe lanes or whatever that error we were getting. Okay, let's turn everything back on. And oh, I just gotta make sure I'm plugging in the right one here. So that goes, yeah, that goes up back there. Okay, we're gonna turn this back on. All right, 13. Let's see if we get the PCI error. All right, that boots. Okay, that looks good, but I have a feeling the error is gonna come back up. Maybe not. Yep, it came up. Insufficient resources detected. Oh man. What is going on? Okay, so the architecture from the 3060s or LHR didn't matter. I used 1660 Ti's and Super and a 3080 non-LHR, and we were getting the exact same result here. Okay, so swapping GPUs didn't seem to work. All right, well, I'm gonna try one more thing here. I'm gonna unplug the HDMI and see if it then boots with 13, and I'm gonna have to go to the web GUI to see it if it shows up. So let's turn it off. And we're just gonna unplug the HDMI. I think that's basically all we need to do. And the keyboard. All right, so let's turn it all back on now. And there we go. Okay, so I can't see it. We're gonna have to see it in the web GUI. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna hit F5 on the keyboard and let's see what happens. Oh, I think that worked. Nope. We should technically be seeing, I think, 7 6600s. Let's see, offline for the past 4 minutes. Okay, so I don't think it booted with 13. Yeah, that didn't seem to work. Okay, well, back to square one. Okay guys, I don't know what's going on. Alright, now it says mining mode is disabled. We're gonna re-enable that. And I don't know what other settings to try here. Everything's on Gen 1, okay? And above 4G memory, crypto mining is enabled. Resizable bar, I don't think I want to enable that. That's probably not gonna work. PCIe Gen 1, so we're just gonna keep it as is. I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna try it one more time, just for good measure. We're gonna make sure we save and exit. Okay. Alright, gonna let that go, and then I'm gonna add it again one more time. Alright, so that's good. I'm gonna turn it off. We're gonna add in this one, 6600 XT. Okay, alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's see if it comes up now. I'm gonna have a feeling it's gonna not work. Okay, so that's what we got before. Now let's see if the PCI error comes up. Yep, comes up again. Alright guys, I feel like I am now defeated. I have heard of some people that they said this B360-F motherboard from MSI is able to get 18 NVIDIA cards to work. So maybe because I am using 12 6600 XTs, that maybe that could be the bottleneck here, and that's why maybe the PCIe lanes are being taken away by these AMD cards. I'm actually not quite sure what's going on. I did PCIe Gen 1, I did Auto, I did PCIe Gen 2 and PCIe Gen 3, and it still wouldn't work. I'm getting this error here. So I want to know what you guys think here. I feel like I'm at a loss, but you guys can let me know. I am not discouraged yet. I do want to try adding in 12 3070 Ti's on here, and then we'll do another 6 3060s, and then we'll see how that rig reacts. That'll be another video. I think this one's long enough, but yeah. Okay guys, thank you for watching. We definitely have a lot more to do. This 32 GPU mining rig is not over yet. It's, oh man, I tell you guys, it's the bane of my existence, but we're gonna keep trying. I'm not gonna give up. All right, let me know what you guys think down below, and yeah, all that good stuff. Okay, I appreciate you all. Have a good one, and peace out.